welcome back to the Occult Arcade, where we're continuing with our class trial. This guy already said his thing, so let's continue.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
I like ice cream! That's pretty trivial.
Huh. But it doesn't matter how trivial it seems.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
What's everyone's favorite color?
Oh.
I have a question. Can bears sneeze?
Actually, no.
You sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
See, this is what I'm wondering.
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
That's actually a fairly important question.
Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's
That
possible,
is,
right?
if that is true, then
Because she did
Sayaka,
go get the go
why?
get the water.
Huh?
Because she did go get the water. Was that after we swapped rooms or before?
But what are the chances of her dropping her room key of all things?
I don't know.
Like, that is a really bad thing to lose track of. And why would she
Yeah,
get
I
the
mean-
knife? Then, like, what
Yeah,
is the
it's kinda
purpose
weird.
of her getting the knife is my question. You know? Why would she get it if she already has the sword in her room?
Yeah.
I don't think so. That seems way too
Yeah,
convenient.
exactly.
Yeah.
And maybe someone picked the lock?
Of a lock-pick-proof room?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Yeah.
Fine.
Which
How about
isn't a real
this?
thing,
The
but
killer got in
we'll take it for the game.
They
Easy
could
way.
have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Mizono just let him in.
Okay.
A surprisingly valid argument coming
Yeah.
from this monkey face.
No, that can't be it either.
Why not?
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds
Okay,
like
calm down.
someone
Calm
doesn't
down. You have a
know
spike on
his
top of your
place.
head. It's
Yeah, that is the
Calm
dumbest
down.
hairdo I've ever seen.
Oh, why exactly can't that be it?
because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka let someone in because.
What?
Oh, do you not have this evidence?
I don't know. Whoops, I didn't mean to present it. Oh, well, I got it anyway.
Sayaka was
Hey,
already
nice.
scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Oh yeah, we already, yeah.
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
I
Fair
mean,
enough.
yeah, you know.
What the
Why did she take the knife? That's...
Why
Yeah,
would she
yeah.
lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
Look at this photograph.
Every time I see it, it makes me laugh. Didn't think I knew the words to that song, did you?
I kind of figured, but it's still funny. It's still funny.
Wait,
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these
classic.
are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words.
I've tried that though, and it's never really seemed to work for me.
Um,
So either I'm doing it wrong, or...
no, you can do it. I've done it before.
yeah.
Just,
When I saw
just
that-
like
And I'm
on random
probably
things.
doing it wrong.
I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
waste of paper. What are you trying to do, kill the environment?
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room. Huh? Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Yeah.
So Makoto. That's what we're gathering for this, right?
Well, Sayaka would have been in his room before the incident.
Well, no, I was joking, man.
No, you weren't. That was so serious.
Sure.
Live there, or Sayaka, who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, Did you write this?
Yes.
No, I didn't. But of course you didn't. Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature.
Have you never heard of forging?
That note. Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
Why?
Why?
She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
Who got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation? What young man could resist?
Why are you automatically assuming it's a guy?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Ignoring
Okay.
that point.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Why not?
Huh? What makes you say that? Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Not really, but say it anyway.
Very well then. Pay attention.
Okay.
What do I got on my truth bullets? Let me see him. Let me see him. Let me see him. Oh, door nameplates.
And Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yes, that is
In the
correct.
note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says my room.
Okay.
I see. So if someone read that note,
Alright.
then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Yes.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
No. Okay.
Okay.
So we know
That is very
even if
short
someone
time
did read
in
it
that.
and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
Okay. Wait.
Were we supposed to do it at the earlier one?
I don't know. So this? So it was that. Okay.
Okay.
That didn't really look.
I feel like all of them
based on what
felt
it-
like they didn't really
Yeah.
make much
The
sense.
nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in...
Sorry, I had
This
stopped-
whole thing seems so contrived.
I stopped paying attention for half a second because I'm like, man, this music, I'm really grooving. It's really
I'm just
popping
trying to
up in
figure
here.
out what is the point of changing rooms, but then also changing. Like, is it just for the door lock?
I don't know. It doesn't really make sense as to why they were changed.
Yeah.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other. So switching the nameplates would be no problem.
Yes, but who did this? What did
Yeah.
well, no. Why would the killer do it?
And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew we had switched rooms.
Well, we already said no on me, and the killer doesn't
Yeah.
make sense. So
Sayaka?
I guess, but why would she do that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I
Like,
can
what-
gain
Sayaka
hearts.
were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
Do we need to read this again?
No. Check the nameplate. Oh, check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room.
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's
Yeah, I
room.
guess that makes sense, yeah.
Okay. Why though? Why would she hide?
Well,
the
she
fact
grabbed
that-
the knife. I guess she was going to kill first.
Is that you think so?
That would be my guess, given the evidence that we have, that maybe she was trying to kill first. That was a bit of a trap.
I
And then
can see
there was
that,
a
maybe.
struggle, and then he just overpowered.
Maybe.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's
Okay.
where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably
Murder of the highest order.
over, came in and attacked her. We figured it out. We know who did it. Whoever she invited over is the culprit.
Oh my god. I'm surrounded by morons. Not you. I'm surrounded by everybody else though is a moron.
Gosh.
But we still don't know who it is.
My brain is hurting from this.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
I feel like everyone's pulling at straws at this point, but sure.
Was a sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that
I
sword?
mean, there were scratch marks and stuff on it.
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
Why didn't they just use the sword though?
Maybe because it's a replica sword, it's not sharpened.
Wait, was it a replica?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was an actual sword.
I got it!
I got it! I did it!
Take a good look at her broken wrist.
Man.
And it should become
It's gotta be annoying that he says the same thing every time. To them, right? Imagine, like, even though he's right, you don't want him to be, because now he's just annoying.
right
Yeah.
there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you.
I'm looking at you, monkey boy. If you
Okay.
say one word,
And there's some on her wrist because...
I feel like
Okay.
I feel like he just starts talking anytime there's a trigger word for him.
Yeah.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
Okay. What happened in my room? What led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. The unfortunate thing is he has to sleep in that room after this.
Yeah.
He's
That
still got
is
to, like, have they cleaned up
unfortunate,
the
yeah.
body yet?
They might be doing that while we're talking.
I hope so.
I just imagine a bunch of Monokuma robots just like carrying the body over their like shoulders, like, all right,
Yeah.
let's go.
So do we have to arrange these bullets in order, or does it just go?
No, we have
Okay.
to select the right one.
When the fighting broke out,
Okay.
the culprit grabbed the sword,
Okay.
and that's when the first blow was dealt.
Uh.
The sword-based sneak attack.
Oh no. Got it.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, another break.
Because the sheath had a
Actually,
bunch
no.
of scratches on it.
I don't
Yeah.
think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
It's a good way to defend oneself.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing.
No,
Yeah.
I mean like my nose.
Yeah.
What else could it be?
His hair.
And explain it so I get what
Oh my Mondo, come on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first.
Not me. I'm an idiot.
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
What? Did we not
We
literally
just said that,
just
right?
say that?
If they
We
got
literally
the kitchen knife,
just said
they
that.
grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse.
You
In
stupid
that
monkey
situation,
face.
There wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one
Oh.
who attacked first.
10,000 IQ right here.
And because we know who the killer is already, it's just
Yeah.
keeps going on and
Yeah.
on and on.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere.
What?
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 Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew
Oh
what was
my
happening.
goodness.
So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too.
I mean, I guess that could happen, but it feels unlikely.
Then
Very
after they
unlikely.
broke her wrist with the sword. They took the knife and
Like that
Yeah.
series of events kind of seems odd.
Yeah. It also feels like,
Pointless.
yeah. It's pointless.
But I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
Oh, well, she couldn't have anyways, because there was only glittery stuff on her wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? How the do you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
I had forgotten about that fact.
Yeah.
But to be fair, it was still pretty obvious anyway. Her stomach.
Yeah.
I got it!
You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way.
Who has the gold
Everyone,
hands?
show your hands.
Show us your hands.
Show of hands, everybody.
Give us the jazz hands.
Taco's right. Yeah, please raise your hands.
And the culprit is tiny little baby hands.
Washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Yeah, she just took the time while running away from murder and just,
Yeah, let
hygiene.
me wash my hands after
gosh, all this gold
after
on my
almost
hands.
dying.
Ugh.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
What? It's a bit of a jump.
I mean, you are, but still.
I think it's more the hands.
I don't know.
Those hands just creep me out. Whoa,
Her
that
face
background
kind of creeps me out.
That background is trippy.
Oh, this regulation, the water. Yeah, the water turns off.
She's afraid of water. She's
According
hydrophobic.
to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in
Technically,
the
that's the morning, but
bathroom at
you're an
night.
idiot. But anyways.
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet.
What? Gross.
Oh my.
Yeah.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
When have you ever smelled a big fat ugly donkey?
That-
Huh?
what?
That's what I want to know.
That's an insult.
Insult, obviously.
Oh my goodness.
So anyway,
Uh,
Sayaka never touched
I'm losing it here. I'm losing it.
I feel like I've already lost some brain cells.
the only one
Like quite a few of
who
them.
used the sword. But hold on. That's right. And the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen.
To be fair, though, these are all supposed to be high schoolers. So I guess I could see, right? Is it not a high school or is it a college?
Chris, when I first saw this game, I was in middle school and I figured this out.
I'm just saying, you get a bunch of high schoolers, your average high schoolers are idiots. I've met them, I've known them.
Okay, that's fair. But still,
Yeah.
Isn't this supposed to be Mr. Honor Roll student? Like, come on.
It doesn't mean
He's the
you're
one who's
smart.
spouting the most nonsense.
Hey, I know some idiots who are on the honor roll, I'll be honest.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh wait, the one who damaged, yeah.
Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
Yeah, isn't that
Yeah.
our, like, 5th time saying
it?
this?
Yeah.
But
Yes, it
we
is.
already said that the attack started with.
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was.
Is there anyone who
Makoto!
Is there anyone who hasn't spoken at all during this trial?
I
think everyone's.
think
Hang
so.
on, this isn't important at all. I just want to know. I find it curious. Okay, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, some people haven't said anything useful like him, but.
I don't think Sayaka's spoken. Or Junko. So.
I think you're right. Maybe they're the killers.
Why don't we vote on them?
Sayaka? Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
I really love his voice actor.
So we already know who it is.
I mean, basically, right?
Pretty much, right? So what I find funny about this.
I mean, you can't really ask me that question because I know who it is.
Yeah,
but I'm
I know
letting
who it
you
is
make
as well.
I'm letting you make the decisions.
But I just find it funny that clearly she was going to pin the murder on Makoto by doing it in his room, swapping the signs back.
Okay.
And then it would be, but then as soon as someone else comes in and tries to murder her, she just immediately writes their name on the wall. It's like, you know what? Screw this guy. She could have just wrote Makoto, and it probably would have gone to Makoto much easier.
Wait, say that again? Hang on, I lost your train of thought.
Okay.
Because I was about to say, I was like,
right?
Yes, I know who the murderers are, but that doesn't necessarily mean I remember where all the logic was going in the murders.
So, like,
I don't remember everything about this game, just the murders.
Let me tell you. Okay.
Sorry, continue.
I'll explain further. So if she was going to do her original plan, right? Invite somebody over, murder them in Makoto's room.
Yes.
Probably leave the room, switch back the signs. Looks like Makoto did the murder.
Yes.
Right?
That sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but then when she gets murdered,
yes.
Instead of writing Makoto's name, who she was already going to throw under a bus, she writes the actual killer's name in like the funniest, like, screw this guy, man. When she could have just wrote Makoto, got her initial thing out. I just find it funny.
Well, why would she do that? She's dead. Does she want to kill everyone along with her? Why would she let the killer who killed her be able to leave the school?
Yeah, I just find it funny. I just find the logic funny. Because, like, she could have just wrote Makoto and still gotten Makoto, and then it would have just been everybody.
But why would she? Why would she? One last act of revenge against her killer.
Yeah,
instead of just everybody get away with it.
Yeah, but she could have gotten pretty much everybody.
Why would she do that though? That's what I'm asking.
Because she's already dead. So screw everybody else.
Okay, jeez. I'm gonna keep this train of thought for later when we're in a situation like this and not trust you at all. Like, why is that? That's so mean.
I'm just expecting. She's already trying to kill somebody. She has a murderer's sensibility.
I am aware, but she's still a human being. Gosh darn it.
Who wants to murder people? So her logic is probably a little more skewed than the average person. That's all I'm saying.
Would not everyone's logic be skewed more than the average person in this situation?
Yeah, if you're going to murder somebody, maybe.
Doesn't necessarily mean she wants to kill everybody.
She took the knife from the kitchen.
I'm just saying, I can see it.
Did we even know that, like, everybody else was going to get punished when the Blackened got away with killing someone?
See, that would be the thing, because I don't remember that.
And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Her voice actor is great, too.
Yeah.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct?
I feel like her voice suddenly changed. What?
Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
I mean, to be fair, she's been kind of suspicious this entire time.
That would also explain why she would...
But I mean, she was going to kill everybody off anyways if she blamed Makoto, if she got Makoto blamed. Because everyone would have died anyways, so that was already her logic.
No, didn't we already just say that we don't remember whether...
Oh yeah, that is true.
Monokuma explained that? Because I don't know if he did.
Yeah, I don't remember when he did that point, to be fair.
She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room...
I feel like this was just so obvious.
Yeah, that part was.
That part's...
The target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
But considering the fact that none of you believed him to begin with, I think
that would have made it easier.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that.
Makoto. I don't like how he said that.
Makoto.
Makoto.
I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy...
Wow. I mean, to be fair, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn.
Hey Leon, why do you look so sweaty?
That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she planned to murder.
Just hold on. That can't be true.
Okay, okay. Maybe calm down.
It's
Makoto.
I mean, goodness, this guy.
Because
You're wearing a blazer over a
Because
hoodie.
it's true. It can't be true because it's true.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys have totally derailed the argument.
Not necessarily. I mean, this still does pertain to the, because I mean, it's important to know this, to know who the murderer is, right?
I guess, yeah.
You're being super boring right now.
This I agree with.
That I do agree with, though.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be awful if I had
This is the least suspenseful trial I've ever seen.
Well, it's because we know.
Yeah.
And the other trials, I think, will be quite a bit better because we won't know, but...
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just...
Oh, I thought she was about to say, Makoto, he did it. you're the one.
I'm gonna throw him under the bus right now.
If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it
really all over? Yes, yes it is. Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her. But what can I do? Hey, can we stop the music real quick? Yeah, I mean, as far as clues go,
I thought I heard a train.
there's nothing left. Don't worry about that.
That's
the Monokuma Railroad. It just goes from
One stop to murder!
It just goes from the kitchen to his room, just in a circle. He can just go get
Dying
snacks.
message. Wow.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Wrong.
Actually, see, I would love it way better if you
I think
just
there are
went,
quite a few more clues, aren't there? Or, hang on, I'm trying to
there
think.
still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining. Wait, what did you say?
Dining? No, dying message. Come on, man. Listen.
Her dining message.
Open your ears.
11037.
Wrong.
Yeah, you are completely wrong.
You're bad at math, and you should feel bad.
What?
Before we get too far into that, I need to ask.
Oh gosh. Has anyone eaten yet? Is anyone hungry?
Oh, you have got to be kidding me.
Yes.
Oh my, shut up.
This is just, I feel like they just want us to use all of the things we got. Left index finger, yeah.
I'm about
Okay.
to,
We got it.
I'm about to kill someone.
We got
My
it.
goodness.
That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
Yes.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Yes.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still.
What do those numbers
What do those
mean?
numbers mean? 1103.
If she does a handstand and figures it out, I think that would be the greatest way that this is uncovered. It would be hilarious.
Computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any...
Yeah, those from a programmer, from someone in this room who is a programmer, from a programmer's perspective, those numbers mean literally nothing.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was like all like ones and zeros, maybe
Yeah, just
then
like
it would mean
straight
something.
binary.
Yeah, but like no, that the numbers mean literally nothing.
Yeah.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Wow, did you figure that out on your own?
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
What? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers.
They look like the Mona Lisa.
First two, 1, 1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
You know there's some guy out here who's playing this game and wasn't able to figure it out. He's like, holy crap!
Oh my goodness!
Look!
Looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
We need to find Noel if someone says it.
Finally just said something worth it.
My little gray cells are really getting excited.
I don't like your
They're
gray
very-
cells being excited.
Yeah, they're very tiny though. Let me tell you that. They are like minuscule because, my goodness, they have not been exercising before this, and they're not doing a thing for this trial.
But even if that really is an N037, doesn't make any more sense than...
Why does that look familiar? Maybe I don't know. Maybe just because I'm actually reading it like Noel for some reason.
Yeah.
Because you keep saying Noel.
It's what it looks like. Darn it. It's no use. I just don't know. Can we keep the music off for a second?
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh? Rotated. What's 180 divided by... I think maybe I see something.
Oh, it's 081!
Oh!
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
Yeah.
No, he really did not. He really did not.
Whose name did she write?
Okay, yeah. If you turn it 180 degrees.
It becomes crystal clear. Who done it? Who do you think did it, Chris?
It was Makoto!
Oh, should we write it then? I'm letting you decide who did it.
Okay, let's just go for Leon, get this over with.
Okay, I'll just...
Let's not waste anyone else's time.
Yeah, my goodness.
My answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the...
And we did, and what's her name wouldn't tell us to do that.
How many more times will we tell somebody to rotate it 180 degrees?
How much do you turn it around?
What, like, and literally no one figured this out before he kept filibustering, and nobody during the entire time was like, oh, it spells Leon. They're like, huh, what does it spell? Like, you know.
Why is there a 7?
Or more accurately, Leon.
Whoa.
What the are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
It's just a coincidence that she wrote your name as her dying message? Yeah, that's a real coincidence.
Just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
Whoa, that's a face.
No, it's not random at all. She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one of a stretch to me.
Oh, okay. Well, no, never mind.
Go and say like that?
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Oh yeah, because of the hair.
Yeah.
Because he has very red hair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get...
Yeah, we already presented this. Get over yourself, woman. Wait, what? The thing I found on the ground from the incinerator. What? Why is that the piece of evidence we're... What?
Burnt shirt?
I mean, I mean,
it has blood on it.
Sure, but I feel like that was not the piece of evidence we needed to present.
Yeah.
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them.
I guess they had to present it at some point, so...
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
They threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
I mean, there are people, though, that have cufflinks that look like that, though, besides him. It's not a very strong piece of evidence.
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
It really isn't. This is the
absolutely it is.
This is the one piece of evidence that is not enough to conclude that he is guilty.
Yeah, I mean, Leon's
Exactly,
not the
exactly.
only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece.
I feel all of a sudden like we're playing that one like game where, have you heard this game? Like, there are two boards and people have a bunch of like faces, you know, that like on each side, and then like you ask the other person a question and they have to flip. What is that called?
Like Face Off or something, or Guess Who? Guess Who?
Is that who? Yeah, Guess Who? Yeah, this is just reminding me of Guess Who.
Yeah.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand?
Finally, I understood this like literally 2 hours ago.
Yeah, I think so.
You think so?
Okay.
Yeah.
Something about it we need to pay attention to. Not when or where, right? It's how it was disposed of.
Yeah.
If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say.
You're a little upset. Hey, why don't you?
I know what you're gonna say.
Why don't you take a breath, man?
And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either.
I love that. I love the fact that even though it's not in the subtitles, you can see the voice actor actually stuttering just a tiny bit.
Yeah.
I love that small detail.
You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
It hit him.
He does have a white button up. Okay.
What?
What?
I feel like that line was a stretch.
Well,
I
to be
feel like
honest,
it was a
I
fair
did not
enough-
read it. So.
Yeah.
Shattered crystal ball. All right. Well.
Go figure out where
Why,
this goes.
why is this a piece of evidence?
Yeah, I was trying to figure that out too.
Cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the
No.
No. Okay. Never mind. My bad.
Shoot.
Okay.
Dang it!
I lost one.
The key to the trash room.
Whoever was on
So the only one, the person in charge of the
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy the...
What?
No, that's wrong.
Okay.
So he threw it with the the ball?
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted there.
So what, he tied the shirt on it and threw it at the incinerator?
Why would he do that?
I don't know.
He'd have
Threw
to
it
turn
through
the
the gate?
incinerator on first.
Yeah.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball,
But how would you use it?
Shattering it, I guess.
Killer had to use the glass ball in a certain way, which was divine with it.
Yeah, that's gotta be the answer.
That's it!
Throw it, I guess.
The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate.
Considering how small the gap between the gate was, though,
Yeah,
that is
I
a
didn't
very
think of that
large
for
stretch.
that sole reason.
Yeah, that is a
Because
rather...
remember, I did go slightly towards this when I said, oh, is it like a baseball statue? That's what I was getting at, is like maybe he threw a glass baseball trophy or something that he had. But then I was like, no, the gate's too thin, and so I just sort of threw that away.
All they had to do was hit that switch.
Yeah.
And
Like, that ball would not have gone
And so
through
what?
the
And
gap,
so then
even
he
if his hand
also,
did.
and then so also he tossed the shirt as well, 30 feet.
Yeah.
They ever tried tossing a shirt 30 feet?
Yeah, even with a baseball slinger's arm, that's kind of...
That's, well, because it's fabric, it's going to stretch out and then sort of parachute itself. That's, okay, I mean, it's
Oh, yeah,
interesting.
maybe if he tied it down, I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I was saying maybe he somehow threw it at the same time, like tied it onto the glass ball. I have no idea.
What you said before, Hifumi?
Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on. Yep.
Oh, man.
It was the work of a fairy. You figured it out.
The incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge. Was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt
And toss it in 30 feet
Can
away.
we get Mythbusters on this?
Yeah.
Hey, come on! What the is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
And who do we know that can throw really well?
Yeah.
It has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need.
Anytime I hear her voice, I only think Velma. I only think... Because it's Velma's voice. And that, I mean, there's no offense to the voice actor or anything, I just can't help it.
Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so.
The shirt one, I'd want to see. I guess it is a button-up shirt, which would be heavier.
I don't know.
Probably the ultimate fanfic creator.
Is
He'd
it-
have a good arm.
Yeah. he's got to do all that writing, you know.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Got a writer's cramp over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target
no.
30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer. These brains have got it all wrong. I'm telling you.
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time.
Oh, you
Lord
gotta
have
be kidding me.
mercy.
Clear.
Oh.
And with that, we can end this.
Well, let's end it later, okay?
Okay.
Let's end it once we've brought our coins for next time at the Occult Arcade, and we'll finally figure out who done it. Yeah. All right.
Who did this?
Who done it? Oopsie. Who did the poopsie? Yeah.